We are now in a position to present a basic strategy for encouraging compliance and correcting non-compliance. This strategy involves 3 steps. Present a request, determine if the request is fulfilled satisfactorily, and follow through based on the student's response. Here's how to present a request. Secure the student's attention in a respectful manner, clearly specify the request, and allow time for the student to process the request. Let's see what this looks like.
You'll see in Chapter 2 that there are 2 major themes. Randall, Joe, excuse me. Look, it's work time. I need you guys to take your seats. Can anyone tell me what a theme is in a book? Bryant.
The second step is to determine whether the student fulfills the request satisfactorily. The third step is to follow through. If the request is fulfilled satisfactorily, reinforce the student.
Thanks. Can anybody expand?
If the request is not fulfilled satisfactorily, then correct the student immediately. Please note that it is very important to maintain the flow of instruction. To correct non-compliance, present a choice for the student to either fulfill the request or face a small negative consequence. Allow the student time to process this choice and then follow through based on the student's choice. All the while, maintain the flow of instruction.
Can anybody expand on that answer at all? Daisy.
Notice how the teacher maintains the flow of instruction.
Nice.
Oh, child.
Okay, why don't you read page 11 and see if you can find one of the themes of the Barrio Boy. Look, you're being asked to sit down, or you'll be assigned extra work. You have a moment or 2 to decide. Good, you're all reading? Shit. Did y'all get a chance to read page 11? Thanks, guys. Now, who picked up on the theme? Ash.
I thought the theme might have dealt with tolerance.
Yeah, good.
Notice that the teacher attends to the whole class, minimizing the attention given to the non-compliant students. Now, what if the students made the other choice? In this case, the teacher delivers a negative consequence in a matter-of-fact manner and all the while maintains the flow of instruction.
Can anybody expand on that at all? Daisy.
It has a meaning in today's culture.
Meaning in today's culture. Good. All right. You've chosen to do extra work. That's what we'll do. Lacey, why don't you share with the class a little?
This approach permits the teacher to maintain the attention of the whole class and address the non-compliance without getting entangled in a no-win power struggle with the student. Now let's look at how this strategy can be applied to a range of examples.
Okay, everyone, you did a great job in math today. So let's get out our spelling books and move and sit with your spelling partners. Great job. Terry, it's time to grab your spelling book and move and sit with your spelling partner.
No.
Why doesn't everybody open up their spelling books and get started on their work?
Terry, now you've been asked to go and sit with your spelling partner, or you're going to have to miss recess. You need to think about that, okay?
Who can tell me the most difficult word that we learned yesterday? Sammy.
Elephant.
Elephant, great. There you go, thank you, Terry. So who can tell me how to spell elephant? Tyler.
E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T.
Great.
In a word, the teacher kept the instruction moving and at the same time address the non-compliance effectively and efficiently. Now let's look at a different form of non-compliance.
All right, good job, Michael. Thanks. All right, Anna, your turn. Come on up, please. Well, it looks like everyone's working. Any questions? Anna, I need you to come up to the desk so I can check your assignment. Everybody looks good. Any questions? Sean, how you doing? That's good. Anna, let's not make an issue of this. I need to check your assignment, or you're going to have to stay after school. You have a few seconds to decide. Hey, Nina. Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
I like that. All right, Sadie, you're next. Thanks. Anna, you'll have to stay after school. All right.
Notice, in this situation, the teacher made a concerted effort to put the responsibility with the student and then proceeded to conduct business as usual in the classroom. In the previous examples, the teacher was able to follow through immediately. Here is an example of non-compliance where the teacher cannot follow through immediately. Let's see how this is managed.
Okay, class, it's time to line up for recess. Cheyenne, it's time to line up for recess. Cheyenne!
Clearly, the teacher cannot follow through immediately. In these cases, take care of the class first. Take steps to determine that the student is safe and accounted for, and then follow up at the first opportunity. Here are the steps. Engage the class with a task. Debrief with the student. Deliver consequences as appropriate. Provide a strong focus on cooperating at the next opportunity, and then resume the class activities. Here's what this might look like.
Okay, class, I want you to get started on your silent reading, please. Cheyenne, I need to speak with you for a moment. Now, Cheyenne, I asked you to line up for recess, and you ran off. That's serious. I need you to follow directions. Now, you're going to miss the next recess. I want you to go to your seat and get started on your reading, and I'll be over shortly. Okay, class, thanks for getting started.
In the next example, the student is requested to transition from a highly preferred activity to the next class activity.
Listen up, everyone, please. Henry, 2 more minutes of free time, and then we're switching to math. Thank you. Looks like we're ready for math. Good. Henry, free time is over. It's time for math now.
No way.
Henry, time's up. You need to return to your seat, or you'll lose your turn on the computer next time. You have a second or two to decide. Turn your books to page 54, please. Page 54, please. Thank you, Henry. Today, we're going to learn about inequalities.
In these cases, be sensitive to the fact that students often have difficulty disengaging from a preferred activity. So be sure to allow sufficient time for this transition. Let's conclude now by identifying the main features for establishing cooperation and addressing non-compliance. Maintain the flow of instruction for the class. In making a request, secure the student's attention in a respectful manner, Clearly specify the request and allow time for the student to process the request. If the student fulfills the request satisfactorily, reinforce immediately. If the student does not fulfill the request satisfactorily, correct immediately. Present a choice between fulfilling the original request or facing a small negative consequence. Allow time to process the choice and follow through based on the student's choice. And again, maintain the flow of instruction. If you are consistent in applying this approach, you should see an increase in cooperation, which will greatly assist your instruction, and a reduction of the exasperating non-compliant behavior